Sacramento Kings yesterday announced that they signed 25-year-old power forward, well, really a 3-4, Terry Taylor. He's a 6'4", I don't think so. 6'4", 230. So there is some meat on that bone.
It's like Barkley.
Yeah, a little bit. Except, yeah, no, you're right. When Barkley was 6'4", wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was undrafted. He has played for the Fort Wayne. You know who they are?
Nuts.
They are. You're close. They're the Mad Ants.
Oh, I did know that, actually.
I'm a Mad Ant.
You know, Fort Wayne invented the shot clock.
I did not know that. Also, who was Wayne and why does he have a fort? John?
Yeah.
Newton? Larrabee?
Wow.
I know, right?
Brady?
Lil?
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. Ooh. Wayne, Brady. Okay, so Brady, Lil, John.
Reggie?
Hall of Famer, right? Didn't he? Didn't Reggie win a Hall of
Fame?
Oh, he should be.
I don't know.
Newton, Lil, John. Not Lil John. Okay, anyways. I played for the Mad Ants, then the Pacers, then the Mad Ants, then the Bulls, then the Windy City Bulls. That was last year. He's the not one Jason, but two-time Ohio Valley Conference Men's Basketball Player of the Year, four-time first all-team OVC. As a sophomore, averaged 20 and 10. He's kind of bounced around. Career statistics. He averages 4.8 points a game. In fact, he did average 9.6 points and 5 boards in just 21 minutes his rookie year in Indiana. So,
is this a signing out of different than? Remember, they've been bringing a few guys in to work out.
Jay Crowder and Isaiah Thomas. Who's the guy they got in the trade for Sasha? And what the hell is his name? The guy that
McDaniels.
Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah,
Billy. I don't remember.
Yes.
Anyway, so these are just look. I mean, with the exception, with the understanding that you never know, but really you can kind of tell the Kings are really looking for depth at that 3-4 spot. And Jalen McDaniels, Orlando Robinson, Terry Taylor, not to be confused with Terry Tyler, former King. They're really kind of like, yeah. And I mean, look, again, I don't want to discredit any of these guys or sound disrespectful. Like, good for them. I hope it works out. Honestly,
right.
I hope Terry Taylor is an all-star. Like, truly. But, like, these are also, like, borderline NBA players in their career.
Yeah, that's why these, like, I mean, you have to sign all types of people. Last week, who was it? Boogie Ellis that they signed. So, I mean, these are either to fill the back end of your roster, some G League. I mean, you never know. You bring guys in, and I don't know what some of the guarantees are here. But
the terms are not disclosed per team policy, Jason.
Yeah. But it's what, 2 weeks from 2 weeks from tomorrow they have a preseason game.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
This happens every year. It's like you kind of get started, you get engrossed into football, and then boom, basketball's here.
I don't know, dude.
I'm excited for this year. I really am. What?
No. I am too.
That you didn't sound like it.
Look, my constant whining about who's going to play defense aside,
team.
I think like we are so thin in our front court. We're like almost comically thin in our front court, and I don't think that's going to go away. I mean, forget the whole, which would be a bet anyways, obviously. Obviously, if something were to happen to Fox and Sabonis, we're screwed. But anyone in that front court, Lyles, Sabonis, Murray, misses any sort of time. Like, we have nothing. We have nothing. We have our front court hole is massive depth-wise, and we haven't even gotten to defense yet. I think it's some great names on paper. I think we're a more talented team than we are last year. If like you had a talent score for everyone, like, and you threw it in the bowl, the talent level is higher. I'm just worried about the distribution of that talent. That's my issue. Obviously, the West is a slaughterhouse. That always happens. I love the addition of DeMar DeRozan, but I mean, you're asking me why. I know I'm starting to get a little whatever, but I think DeMar DeRozan is an upgrade. I think DeMar DeRozan compared to Harrison Barnes is an upgrade. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Also, are we upgrading in a spot that like somebody has to score? We don't really have a scoring issue. Now he's going to fill it at free throws, fourth quarter scoring. Like middies, yes. But like last year, defense was our problem. Scoring, that was kind of our problem. Like times.
I think as the year went on, it was a little bit more deceiving at how they weren't as good offensively. And actually the defense, I mean, they weren't juggernaut. They got a lot better though.
Well, and that's
compared to the year before.
I will feel a lot better. I will feel somewhat better if the thing happens that I don't think will happen, which is if they go with a starting backcourt of Fox and Keon Ellis. Because I think that's the spot you can lose a little bit at. Mm-hmm. Like Keon Ellis, who, by the way, can score. He's not like it's not we're talking about Davion Mitchell.
Right.
But Keon Ellis in every metric is like a top 5 backcourt / sort of wing defender. Like pretty much every list you see, 3-and-D, this, that, whatever. Keon Ellis is right there near the top of the list. Well, okay, you've got the guy then. And you got to hope Keegan Murray takes that defensive jump. But if they're coming out with like, which is what I think they probably will do, with either Fox and Herter, Fox and DeRozan, Fox and Monk. None of those are Keon Ellis. And now you're looking at Keon Ellis off the bench, and oh God, let's hope for some front court size, because right now we've got Sabonis and Len, and Trey Lyles, who's 6'7", and a bunch of dudes that are like borderline G League players. That to me is something that other teams are going to see and be like, okay, welp, I hope I'm wrong. I do truly hope I'm wrong. Like I know the worst time to talk about this stuff is because you can't do that, man. We're the home of the Kings. You can't bring up concerns in preseason.
Well, you can,
but then it's like you're a Debbie Downer, you're raining and this and that, whatever. It's like, and then even if like I was a Debbie Downer last year, we missed the playoffs. It's like, but I can't bring that up as I can't be like, haha, I told you, because I don't want. It's like if you tell your nephew if he gets a motorcycle, he's going to get in an accident, and then he gets in an accident. You're like, I told you, you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. So I've always felt this way now, probably the last 2+ years about this team, and maybe even about roster construction. I don't disagree with the premise that they're a smaller team, but I think they're really skilled. So my pushback would be, and this, I think it would have to be done this way. So if they added, I don't have a player's name in my mind, but in your mind, like a 6'10", legitimate 4'5" backup, like that, you would go, oh, that is clearly a backup to this team. Let's not put a name to that person.
Sure.
Is that person playing more than the minutes for Keon Ellis, for Malik Monk, for Trey Lyles? I think they played their best skillful 7 to 8, regardless of size.
Does that work though? Regardless of size, you just throw them out there? I mean, I'm asking.
I guess I would say 2 years ago, yes. And to say last year it didn't, I mean, part of it I really would have liked to seen the team healthy, but Boston's not gigantic. They won the title. They're all actually, you look at Boston's starting lineup, especially when Horford's their big, but they were going Horford, Tatum, Brown, Holiday, and White. They were all super skillful, interchangeable. And then they weren't coming in with these just giants off the bench.
Sure.
Now I'm picking the champions. Doesn't mean they're also good in many different ways. I mean, I think if you've got the big dude, the big guys, you play them that can play, but I don't think it's been a focal point. And then a lot of times naturally go, oh, rebounding. Well, they've had the league's leading rebounder for the last couple of years.
Let me ask you this, considering everything we talked about, because I'm just going to piss everybody off, because why not?
Yeah.
Add in a future top 5 protected first round pick leaving the Kings. Do you do that?
I'd really think about it. Yeah.
So via the cap rules, and this is a little bit of a risk. No, it's not Ben Simmons. Shut up, everyone.
But you have to say what it is.
Kevin Huerter, Trey Lyles, and a future first for Julius Randle is probably a deal the Knicks take.
Yeah, I would think about that.
He is a legitimate power forward. He's 29 years old. He's coming off a season where he averaged 24 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. He is a perennial all-star.
So 2 of the things you've addressed that you are concerned about, one is size. That would help there.
Yeah.
In some regards. But yeah, he's smaller than Len, but physical and whatever. Does that change your defensive thought?
Excuse me. Sorry. Not really. It doesn't hurt it.
Right.
It doesn't really change it. I don't see that deal out there. It does. And now all of a sudden, everyone on the floor can score, which actually would make it a lot easier to play Keon Ellis and move that second unit around.
Yeah.
But you also now have like you basically have 2, 3 all-stars on the team, all-star caliber players, and DeMar DeRozan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not even counting him as an all-star player. Your offense
and he's got more all-star appearances than all of them.
Yes, he does. Now, I'm very aware of how the Knicks did without Julius Randle last year. I'm very aware that Julius Randle
played smaller.
Huh?
They played
They
smaller.
did. I'm also very aware that Julius Randle has history. I'm saying you look at the landscape, there's a problem. There's not one move that's going to solve every problem.
No.
And with the exception of, if I believe I'm right, we'll take a break here. With the exception of his rookie year where he broke his leg for the Lakers in his first game, Julius Randle, with the exception of his first year and last year, where he only played 46 games, he's pretty much averaged 70-plus games a year. I would never say Julius Randle is durable, but by the letter of the law, if you are sitting going into your 11th year and you're averaging over 70 games a year, even, by the way, that's with playing 1 game your first year and 46 your last year, you're around 70. You're kind of durable.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, then find me a better deal. That involves Kevin Huerter, who at this point, like, I'm rooting for him.
Right.
But sorry. All those movements we talked about earlier, let's put those back. Josh Wood is postponing till tomorrow. Today is postponing guest day. So Josh Wood and Sean Salisbury, who just texted us, he's having phone issues. We're gonna have a packed Wednesday, apparently. We'll take a break. When we